Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's 2022, so this is my first video in this year. In the new year. Happy New Year everyone. I hope you had a great time. At the end of last year I had a bit of a break and now I'm back at it. This is the 3rd of January and I am starting a big new challenge this year. So today this video is gonna be a little bit different than what you might be used to from my channel, because I have been uploading mostly organizational and decluttering videos so far. However, in the new year I would like to start a new video series and it's gonna be about my low buy year. You might have heard about no buy and low buy years before. There are a lot of videos around, a lot of people doing these challenges. And actually I have been thinking about for a while to do something like this, but it has never been the right time. In the past 2 years I have been moving. I moved into a new apartment, I needed to buy furniture, so on and so forth, so it wasn't really possible to do a low buy or no buy because I needed to buy furniture and stuff like that. Also, I am quite used to, not buying that much. When I was moving around, as I was moving around a lot, I always had to move with 2 luggages or 1 luggage, very small amount of stuff, and so I have to keep my stuff at a minimum for a long time. And I didn't really want to buy anything because I didn't know what to do with it after. I didn't want to lose the money. I didn't want to think about having to sell it before I move again and so on. It was just difficult. Plus I also lived in some countries which were quite expensive for me. At first already, when I first moved abroad, I went to Sweden, and as a Hungarian person, Sweden was very expensive for me, and at that time I didn't earn any money. I was a student. So that's when I did my first no buy basically, even though I actually did purchase a couple of clothing items there. Somehow I found some very good deals, but yeah, only a few in the 6 months while I was there, maybe 3 I can think of. And then I was living also in Denmark, which was also too expensive as a student for me to buy a lot of stuff. And so I only bought really the things that I needed, which were necessary, but my place where I lived was always furnished, and even the kitchen was quite well equipped, so I really didn't need that many things. I had a few, and of course in the past 10 years I accumulated stuff. And then in 2017 I moved to Argentina with really just 2 luggages. I didn't bring anything else than just clothes and cosmetics basically. And I lived there for 14 months, and Argentina, for example, is very expensive when it comes to clothes. So I also didn't buy anything in Argentina. We went to Chile once. Chile is more affordable when it comes to clothes, for example, and there I bought a couple of things after 10 months of being in South America and not buying anything like clothes, I mean. So yeah, I have gone through years of no buys without really making it a challenge, but it was not really strict no buy. It's just my lifestyle and my circumstances required me to, or kind of forced me to stay minimal. But then, 2 years ago I moved here to Vienna and I have my own apartment now, and now it's fully furnished. It has been for a while. I mean, there is always space for improvement, but I'm pretty content with what I have. And I also have another home back in Hungary, my hometown. It's for those who might not know, it's less than 2 hours drive from where I actually live, so I go there quite often. And yeah, so there I also have some of my stuff, obviously, and I also did purchase quite a few things there, because my mom and I moved to a new apartment, and it obviously needed to be also furnished just like this one in Vienna. So yeah, I did spend quite a lot of money in the past 2 years on furniture and decoration, yeah, mostly these things, and supplies like kitchen utensils and cleaning supplies and stuff like that. But we have arrived to 2022, and I've been watching no-buy and low-buy videos, and I was like, yeah, I should do it now. This is the time. I'm not planning to make any big moves next year, but this year I'm not planning on anything big. So I figured this is the time. If not now, then never. And yeah, I always had it in my mind that it would be good to do one where I challenge myself to really go in and be strict with me, not like, yeah, well, but I want this or want that, and well, anyway, I haven't spent much last month, so this month I can do this and I can afford it. Yeah, the other push which came for me was that I quit my job last year at the end of the year, and my income since then, well, is much lower than it used to be before. In December, I didn't receive yet any unemployment benefits from the state, which I already applied for, and it has been confirmed, but I believe my first installment of the unemployment benefits is going to come in January this month, maybe on the 8th or around that. So until then, I don't know exactly how much will I get. I have an estimation, but I have been informed about what I can expect, but I don't know if now I'm gonna receive 1 month or 1.5 months, or how is it gonna go, because they owe me already for it from December. But in any case, it's gonna be less than what I used to earn while I still had a full-time employment. And so I still have obviously quite a lot of fixed costs that I need to spend on, and next to that I might not be able to spend on anything else, or I really need to think it through and be good with money and really budget and all that, which I do anyway. It's just that I still don't know how it's gonna go with all this budgeting and the lower income that I have right now. So this is the other reason why I decided that this is exactly the perfect time to do this low buy year. And in this video I just want to tell you my rules for the low buy, because it's not going to be a strict 100% no buy. I don't think that I have areas in my life where I would need such an intervention, where I would spend so much that I need to really have like a cutoff and say no more. So, but I have certain areas which I already mentioned where I have spent quite a lot in the past 1 or 2 years, and I would like to make a change. And so I'm gonna tell you my rules now of this low buy year, what I want to save money on compared to the past 2 years, which is how long I have lived here in Vienna. I have my notes here. I also have my laptop with me because I have my budget on the screen, and if I need to refer to it because I'm getting into some numbers, then yeah, that's why I have it here. So don't mind me if I switch sometimes to the laptop. So I have 8 areas that I wrote down for myself in which I would like to go through with this low buy and have come up with my rules. If there are some areas which I don't mention, it might be because there are fixed costs involved, like you know, rent, heating, electricity. Obviously I'm gonna pay my bills, I'm gonna pay my rent. These fixed costs. I also have some subscriptions like Netflix and Spotify and cloud subscription and so on, which I am intending to keep for now. They're also not so expensive, like really 4 or 5 euros per month, if yeah, around 5 euros per month for each of them. Obviously if I needed to cut back, then I have I could, but I feel like it's not that expensive. I can actually tell you how much per month I spend on subscriptions. Since I started to talk about it, then I'm gonna share. So I'm calculating about 27 euros per month for all my subscriptions. This includes a 1-year subscription to Audible, which I already paid last month, but I'm gonna kind of pay it back to myself in the next 1 year, because it's an annual one, and it's actually much better to have this annual subscription, which I bought for around 83 euros rather than what I paid until now, because I paid almost 15 euros per month for the monthly subscription. So definitely this is like half price. So I decided to make the investment in December when they had a Christmas sale or some kind of a sale in the beginning of December, or maybe it was Black Friday, whatever. And I decided that it makes sense for me because I use Audible enough to justify it, and since now I have like 13 or 14 credits, I will probably not use all of that up in the next year. So then I will just cancel my subscription, or I will just have this 3 months break in my subscription when I don't have to pay anything, and I will try to use up my credits. And and when I use up my credits, then I will resubscribe for the subscription. Anyway, that's about that. We might get back to these subscriptions and this kind of entertainment category, but first I would like to talk about some basics. So as I mentioned, obviously my bills I'm going to pay, my rent and all that. So these are the categories that if I don't mention them, it just means that I just have to pay them, and I'm not going to cut costs there. And then there are some other things, other categories that you may be missing, which are probably not prevalent in my life, and this is why I don't mention them, because I don't spend money on those. But if you have any questions about the categories, then leave a comment below and I will enlighten you. And I'm also planning to have monthly updates, and you can also ask questions, and I can in my monthly updates I can then update you on the progress and also answer any questions you might have regarding the categories or anything else regarding the low buy. So the first category where I would like to cut back on my costs or on my spending is groceries. And well, I feel like I didn't have a huge grocery budget before. My budget for groceries was 50 euros per week before. What you need to know is that I almost never buy meat or like meat products. Fish, yes, but like red meat almost never. So obviously that's a category which I cannot cut anymore because it's already cut out of my budget. But I try to eat plant-based, and I try to buy bio-organic when and where possible. Obviously when the price difference is so high, when I feel like that I don't want to pay twice as much, 2.5 times, 3 times as much for the bio or organic product, then I won't do it. Plus there are certain vegetables and fruits of certain produce where I don't feel the need to buy bio, you know, the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 14, or how they are called. Every year it comes out, which are the fruits and vegetables which you should purchase organic and which you don't have to because they are clean enough. I tend to or try to follow these rules. It doesn't always happen that way, but yeah. Anyway, you get the drill. If you want to know more about this, let me know and maybe we can make another video about that. Yes, so my budget last year was 50 euros per week on groceries, and groceries does not only include purely groceries, it's the budget that I spend in a supermarket basically. And so in the supermarket I also buy toilet paper, and a big portion of this budget went into alcohol. And so this is something that I cannot tell you how much money I spent on alcohol last year because it was in my grocery budget, but I think it was a lot. So I definitely would like to cut down on my alcohol consumption this year, and I'm starting off with dry January. I'm not going to drink any alcohol this January. I still have a lot in my house, in my apartment, so after January, if I go back to drinking alcohol, I will still not buy any alcohol until I finish most of what I have at home. Yeah, and I will try to cut it down, maybe not have, you know, a selection of alcoholic beverages available at all times in my place. Rather, I will have one and then I have to go through that one with friends before I can purchase another one or something like this. But definitely alcohol. I'm also planning or thinking about doing some other challenges related to food and the grocery budget. One of them will be that I'm thinking it might not happen, but it's in my head to do a vegan 40 days before Easter, you know, the period of fasting before Easter, between Ash Wednesday and Easter Sunday. I'm thinking about doing this as all vegan. I feel like this might not impact my grocery budget though, because anyway I eat plant-based and most of the time vegetarian. Yeah, sometimes fish. Well, fish can be expensive, so if I cut that out completely, that I can save a little bit, but it's I don't spend that much on fish anyway. I don't eat it, you know, like every second day. So, but this is something that I'm thinking about. Then Pantry Challenges. I started now a challenge that I want to stretch out the food that I have currently in my apartment as long as I can without purchasing anything. So tune in for that video. It's gonna come probably next week, or let's see how long I will last. I don't think I will last more than a week. So I am documenting that. I'm making a vlog about it, and this will be up next week also on my channel. So this kind of challenges I am planning to do to use up what I have. And as I said, I want to switch from 50 euros per week budget for groceries to a 200 euros per month, which might seem like it's the same. 50 euros per week adds up to 200 euros per month, but only if the month is 4 weeks long, which not all months are 4 weeks long, some of them are 5. So yeah, let's see. I will review and revisit this. Of course, the prices also of groceries went up from last year quite a bit, so it might be challenging already to keep the same budget as I had last year. So let's see how is my budget gonna go in January, February, March, and after 3 months I can make an adjustment or hopefully go down, but we'll see. Then that's all about groceries. I spoke quite a lot about this, so it's time to go to the next category, which is gifts. So last year I have spent 1,726 euros on gifts. It was birthday gifts and other small things. It was 454 euros for like birthdays, stuff like that. I spent 880 euros on Christmas gifts, and I have spent 390 euros on wedding gifts, or like, yeah, on weddings in general, because it was not just a gift, but the overall spending around the wedding. So I feel like this was too much, and especially, okay, obviously wedding, it's something that you have once, twice, not so many times in your life, and if I have a wedding, I will invite these people to my wedding and I will also receive gifts from them, whatever. Like this was last year 2 weddings. Next year or this year in 2022 I'm not invited yet to any wedding, so this might fall out completely. I have nothing more to tell about that because I was happy to spend that money. I don't regret spending that money. For Christmas I was budgeting last year. I started to put away the money already in February, so I had 11 months. And I was planning with a 500 euro budget. However, last minute we decided that for my mom, we are going to purchase for her birthday, which is coming up in February, plus Christmas, combined a laptop. And we purchased it together with my brother. However, my brother is also unemployed. He has been unemployed since beginning of last year, and he's unemployed in Hungary, so he doesn't receive any benefits anymore. He's starting his new business, but it doesn't bring him that much income yet. So I paid the big bulk of that sum for the laptop for my mom. So this really pushed up the budget to over almost 900 euros at the end. But this then includes her birthday, for which I now don't have to purchase anything, right? Then also for other people I bought gifts, right? And then at the end I feel like I have spent a lot of money and I barely received anything for Christmas, which is fine. I mean, I really don't need anything. I don't want anything. I am happy without gifts. However, you know, just when you compare that you spent 880 euros on Christmas on other people while you received gifts for maybe 50 to 200 euros worth, then you might think like, maybe you also don't have to spend that much on other people, you know? I am happy to, like, I think one of my love languages is giving gifts. I like to give gifts, but I think I overdid it. And since now I'm also unemployed, this is an area where I could cut, and I would like to cut down on my spending. And basically, if we calculate monthly, the Christmas budget was 70 euros per month, which I would like to cut down to 40 maximum. It might be even less. For the other gifts, which are mostly birthday gifts, my budget, if we calculate per month, was 40 euros. Now I'm gonna cut it down to 30. And for Christmas, I actually am planning, especially within the family, but also with some of the friends. I was already mentioned it to one or two friends that next year what I want to do is not buy gifts to each other, but we should spend that money on ourselves. So I might purchase a bigger thing for myself for Christmas this year. We'll see. We'll see how much, how the year will proceed and how everything will go. If I will start to have an income more often, like a proper income similar to what I earned before or more, then of course I could be more generous with myself, and if not, then I will cut down this 40 euros per month to 30, 20, 10, whatever. Anyway, so I hope that my friends who might watch this video don't think offended by saying that they didn't spend enough on me. This is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they would be as happy as they were for the gifts that they received if I was giving them something which cost less. It doesn't have to be such a big gift every time or every year. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I was also happy for the small things that I received. I'm not saying I was not happy with my gifts. I'm just saying that I realized that I don't have to spend that much to show my love or to show that I appreciate these people. And also I heard that some people, they decided to not give presents between their families or to their friends and so on, and I feel like that this is a good idea, because sometimes, a lot of times, you feel pressured to find a gift to your friends, your family, and you know, I purchase things I feel like that I might like, but then they might not like the same things, and then at the end it might be a waste because they don't like it, they don't use it, they won't appreciate it. So that's why I had the idea to buy your Christmas presents for yourself, because then you will buy something that you need or want, or both. So anyway, that's about that. Next category is clothing and our accessories, so anything related to clothing also including shoes and, you know, scarves and hats and everything in that area that I was decluttering. So I have a series of decluttering, and I started it with my wardrobe. I will link it up here. I will link it up here for you so that you can watch how I decluttered all my wardrobe, and there you can see that I really don't need anything in this category. I would like to do an almost complete no spend in the next 12 months in the clothing category, with 2 exceptions, because I need to replace my backpack. You can see that in the first episode of the decluttering series, that the backpack that I use every day is not in a good shape, and since that video it's even in a worse shape. However, I still didn't manage to find a replacement, so that's one thing that I am definitely willing to purchase if I find the one that I like. So far I had no luck in that. And another one that I would like to purchase, which is on my wish list for a while now, is a gym bra, like a training top, you know. So that's the second thing. But I really don't think I will need anything else. I will try to do 12 months without purchasing anything. I'm not saying I won't get anything new if I get something as a present, or if I go on a clothes swap event and I get stuff for free. That's a different thing. I didn't spend money on it, so that's fine. Next category is self-care and mostly cosmetics. So I had a budget of 50 euros per month for this category in the past year. It mostly consists of cosmetics and like everything related. So cosmetics, makeup, hair products, body lotion, all of these are included in this category. And I would like to go down from 50 euros to 30 per month, and I would like to minimize my cosmetics that I use. I have a lot of products still. There is also a bathroom declutter video, by the way, and I'm gonna also link that one here or down below. You can find the link to the bathroom declutter, where you can see that I have a lot of skincare products, mostly face products. That I need to go through. I need to finish them, but I also have other stuff as backups from previous purchases that I would like to use up. So basically the plan is to use up what I have in the next year, and also minimize what I use, because now I have many different products, especially for this face, that I feel like I don't need this many different products at a time. So I'm gonna work on the basis of just replacing things that I have, but only the things that I would think that I really need. So there might be some stuff that I will just use up and not repurchase them anymore. That's why I'm hoping to cut down 20 euros per month and save then 240 euros. Did I calculate correctly? Yeah. Then next category is books, which I didn't really spend much on books last year. I bought a couple of second-hand books, and that's about it. This year, well, I still have a lot of books to read, and last year I was already doing that too. I would like to read what I have before I purchase new books. And since I have Audible, if I want to read anything which is newer, which comes out or came out in the last couple of years or comes out in 2022, and I would like to read it, then I can listen to it on Audible because I have my credits, right? But I don't want to purchase anything new. I want to go through the books, the physical books that I already have. I keep the little window for myself to purchase books secondhand. If I really want something, then I should try to purchase it secondhand. And of course, there are also these free bookshelves from which I can pick up books from. So I'm not saying there won't be any new books or any books moving in to my place, because I might pick up some for free. But that's it, like I shouldn't spend anything else. And in this entertainment category, in which I spend on books, I spend on movies, including going to the cinema, but also purchasing maybe on Amazon some movies to watch. In this category, I'm putting €5 per month, but this really includes cinema as well. And if I go to the cinema once, maybe if I go with someone else together, it's gonna cost me minimum €20 if I pay both tickets. If I only pay for myself, then it's 10-11 euros. So it's already 2 months worth of my entertainment budget. So I need a little bit in that category for that purpose. Next category is technology. I don't really want to mention that. It has never been an area in my life where I spent a lot. However, last year, for example, I purchased the Dyson Hoover. I also purchased a new iPhone, well, a refurbished iPhone, because my previous phone was already 4.5 years old and it was quite slow and the battery was dying all the time. So I'm not planning on investing in any technology related stuff. However, if my YouTube channel is picking up and people start to follow me, I might invest in a camera, but I will only do that if I start to earn from YouTube, which I obviously don't earn anything through YouTube at the moment, but it's in my mind to get a camera, a nice camera with which I could do my videos, but it's not a priority and it might come only in 2023. And the other one where I might have to, which is a big one, my laptop. Unfortunately, this was a laptop that I purchased after my job from 2 years before. This was a company laptop and I decided to buy it at the end of my contract. Yeah, it was a couple of hundreds of euros, definitely a good price. I have been using it since then, so it has been 2 years ago when I purchased it, and before that I used it for 10 months, so it's soon 3 years since this laptop has been in use, which is not so long for a laptop. I feel like you could still use it for a couple of years. However, it's having issues and I'm afraid that it might die on me sometime soon. I really hope it won't, and that I can go without purchasing a laptop in the next 1 year. But yeah, this is something that I have to think about and maybe start putting away money for that, if I have anything left from my budget. Yes. Next category is supplies. I already mentioned kitchen supplies or cleaning supplies. My kitchen is fully equipped. The kitchen back home in Hungary is fully equipped. I really don't think I will need anything. Of course, if something breaks, then yeah, obviously, if something breaks, I will have to think about replacing it if I need that thing to be replaced. So I'm going to stick to a budget of 20 euros per month, and after a couple of months, maybe after 3 months, I will review if I can go even more down on that. We'll see. There is one exception that I already have the money for. I already put away, I had a sinking fund last year for this. I would like to purchase Vitamix, but I'm still contemplating which one, because there is one which is around 800, 900 euros, and there is another one which is only 350, 400 euros. So currently I have 600 or 650 euros already saved for it. And now I'm contemplating which one to get, and if I see a good sale or something, then I will buy it. But at the moment it's also not like 100% necessary for me, or it's not something that I really need. So I might wait a year and then purchase it then, or I buy it as my Christmas present for 2022. We'll see. At the moment, I don't think I will purchase the Vitamix in the next weeks or months. We'll see. In December, I almost bought it, but then in December I spent a lot, so I decided that it's not time. for that. But other than that, like cleaning supplies, I don't really use cleaning supplies which I buy from the store. I tend to make my own universal cleaner. There are obviously a couple of ingredients that I need for cleaning. Yeah, that shouldn't cost more than 10 euros per month, probably even less. So, because I also don't buy them every single month, so it should be fine. Then the last category in which I would like to do a low buy, not a no buy probably, but definitely compared to last year when I spent over 2,000 euros on this category this year, I would like to spend less than 500 or maximum 50 euros per month. And this is the furniture and home decor. So home decor, I definitely don't want to buy any decor related stuff. However, yeah, well, I have some plans for with my apartment, so I might buy some frames and like pictures for the walls, but nothing big. And I'm definitely not planning to buy any big furniture. There is one exception, which is the entryway wardrobe or garderobe in our apartment back in Hungary, which is still non-existent. We are just using like a cloth rack right now for the jackets, and the shoes are just on the floor. My cousin he's a carpenter, and he built my kitchen back there, and he built also the wardrobe in the bedroom. These are all paid and done. However, the entryway wardrobe is still missing. We still didn't buy the wood from which he will build it, and obviously I also have to pay work for the work that he is putting in, for the hours of work. So I still don't know how much that is going to cost, but it's definitely gonna be something that I will have to pay in the next couple of months. So that's an exception, and I still hope that with this, this is a bigger purchase. Obviously, this is a bigger cost because it's a handmade, fit to the size. I designed the whole thing. I designed the wardrobe, so it's gonna be uniquely made for the space. Obviously, it's not gonna be cheap, but these are things that we decided to invest in. So the kitchen, the bedroom wardrobe, also the bathroom, under sink, cupboard, and the wardrobe at the entryway. These four are quite an investment, but it's gonna give us a lot of storage space for the apartment. So yeah, that I definitely still need to pay. It has been planned, it still hasn't been purchased, like the material for it. So, but it's gonna come in the next 1-2 months for sure. So that's the exception, but I still hope that I can stick to the 50 euros per month budget. And then if I want to buy some smaller things which are still might be missing, then yeah, I will do that, but definitely won't spend as much as last year. So it's gonna be a low buy. And then maybe in 2023 I can do a complete no buy of furniture and home decor, because then it will be both apartments really finished and nothing new, but then I might need to move, who knows, so I'm not gonna plan so much ahead. So yeah, these are my plans for the low buy year. I am planning to, as I mentioned, have some updates every month, after every month. So if you're interested to follow my journey, then please subscribe to my channel, and then you will receive notifications of my uploads, and you can follow on along my journey. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please feel free to comment down below. I would be happy to hear about anyone who is doing something very similar, to have, you know, a whole community of people relying on each other and helping each other with our low buy / no buy. I hope I will be able to stick to these rules, and if I need to make some adjustments, then I will let you know. If you are interested in my budgeting, how I do my budgets, what about my sinking funds, yeah, and how do I do now that my income is proportionately less than it has been in the past years. Then let me know in the comments below as well. I might then go through my budgeting in an independent video. If you're interested, I could do that. Anyway, thank you for being with me throughout this chatty video. I hope it wasn't too long, and I hope that you will follow me on this journey. And until the next video, bye bye.